Hello! In this video we present our surgical technique for step-cut clavicle osteotomy and T-shape autograft for clavicle non-union using a custom-made surgical guides and plate. I am Antonio Arenas Miquelez from Clínica Universidad de Navarra. The authors have no disclosures related to this video. So this is the case of a 52-year-old female patient with symptomatic clavicle non-union. Radiographic imaging reveals a lack of bone consolidation. A CT scan with 3D reconstruction of both clavicles was obtained, serving as a template for preoperative 3D planning. Patient-specific instrumentation guides were designed to facilitate step-cut osteotomy at both ends of the clavicle, the iliac crest graft harvest, and for the final plate positioning. In the operating room, the patient is placed in the bed chair position. A longitudinal incision is made over the clavicle, followed by meticulous tissue dissection to create a muscular flap with the platysma. A 360-degree periosteal release is performed using a periosteal elevator, and fibrous tissue from the non-union side is excised to allow mobilization of the bone fragments. The PSI guide is first applied to the lateral fragment and stabilized with 2 K-wires. Bone cuts are performed using an oscillating saw through the PSI guide slots. Irrigation with saline is done all the time to avoid bone overheating and necrosis. The same steps are then carried out for the medial fragment. A Hohmann is placed on the undersurface to protect neurovascular structures. Again, the PSI guide is stabilized with 2 K-wires and the bone cuts are performed with the oscillating saw. This is the final aspect of the step-cut osteotomy. In order to enhance consolidation, the intramedullary canal of both ends of the clavicle are opened with 2 mm drill. Now we move to the iliac crest for the graft harvest. After exposure of the iliac bone, the PSI guide is positioned over the crest and stabilized with 2 K-wires. The bone cuts are then made through the guide slots, producing a T-shaped graft as shown in the image below. The structural graft is transferred to the clavicle recipient site to ensure a precise fit. The custom-made plate with an overlying PSI guide is then slid into place along the prepositioned K-wires. Drilling is performed through the K-wise holes to place 3.5 compression screws on the medial side, securing the clavicle bicortically through the plate. The same step is applied to the lateral side, achieving axial compression through the plate. And finally, 2 mm lag screws are inserted from superior to inferior to compress the bone graft to the clavicle, utilizing the step-cut osteotomy for enhanced stability. At the end, lavage is performed with saline. And to further promote bone healing, cancellous bone chips from the iliac crest are placed around the non-union site. The wound closure is performed in anatomical layers to ensure adequate plate coverage, and the skin is closed with an intradermic suture. Radiographs obtained 3 months postoperatively demonstrate intact hardware and progressive bone union. Thank you very much.